Apparently the signs have been signing for too many people, you see, especially those that have been monitoring my energy. Catchphrases work quite well with spirituality. I've been told to take out the diabolical double standard deck, okay? There's one card which I've set aside because some people aren't happy with one particular word on it at the end of the day, which shows a level of ownership that people are claiming which aren't belonging to those people at the end of the day. Ancestors, deity, spirit guides, you see, when it comes to people who act shady and diabolical, respectfully, be careful what spirit teams you work with or ignore or disrespect, respectfully. Australia. Why is it Australia? Okay, some of us have family in diaspora that way. You know, some of us have family all over the world, okay? You know, and you'd be amazed what being respectful can do at the end of the day. Ireland in reverse, okay? Why is it that Ireland's in reverse, you see? Red Rover, these red flags are game over. Don't repeat toxic patterns, you see. The wounds of the past indicate who we attract until we heal. So, why is it that there's a communications issue going on at play? Somebody doesn't like the story that is actually in the upright at the end of the day? Why is it that they don't like the story that's in the upright? Fox. Apparently this is a Fox News mentality in the spiritual network, apparently, because some people are realizing that the person who they tried to treat like a genie in a bottle, you see, is actually more like a spiritual weapon of World War III. Seen. Somebody is having a problem with the nature that they are seen, because behind that is religion in reverse, okay? I'm not having a go at anybody's fate or purpose, okay? I have a lot of respect for fate and purpose, you see. I just know that it doesn't work for me personally. I've tried, okay, respectfully. One moment, I'm picking up the cards, okay? Okay, so the section that fell on the floor when I picked it up, patience is what's there, okay? Somebody's run out of patience with people who have done dark magics that haven't worked in the way that they've actually paid for at the end of the day. And somebody paid a high-ranking spiritualist who is quite anxious, all right? Snake in reverse. Yeah, somebody's having communication issues at play. Clear up misconceptions without further delay. 2 ears, 1 mouth at the end of the day. Why is it 2 ears, 1 mouth at the end of the day? Somebody is staring into the mouth of the dragon which they tried to wield at other people. Again, people, Aurora Borealis, the dragon eating itself, you see. Don't weaponize things that you don't know won't eventually come back and kick you in the ass, apparently. Medical. Why is it medical? Medical is often sometimes neutral, so I'm not going to say it's in the upright or not, you see. Medical but create in reverse, apparently. Why is it medical and create in reverse, okay? I'll be going to the yes and no deck in 1 sec, okay? Ancestors, deity, spirit team, let's recalibrate, okay? Because at the end of the day, somebody has tried to interrupt the signal in a way in order to prevent the clarity of the message coming through. Back to Red Rover, we call the ancestors over. Somebody's lost ancestral support in a way because they've been given multiple opportunities. It's a him at the end of the day. For many people, okay, collective energy, this is why I use the collective day. But I also am a singular day too, you know? 2 things can be true and valid at the same time. Someone tried to discard you, they now realize you are the magic too. The irony of it all, after you gave them the inspiration first, before they pushed you to make you fall. Somebody's taking a fall from grace behind the scenes because the communications are in the upright, apparently, and the nature of the tracks of somebody being followed on social media because somebody else put them on a list means that it's actually just showed this person is actually in the upright, respectfully. Don't give up, don't give in. The haters don't want to see you win. Anyone who has proven themselves false can get in the bin. So yeah, somebody has proven themselves to be a false person, you see, and what's happened is they were actually known to be a false person, but they've exposed themselves to a point where a network is now being destabilized behind the scenes. I'm going to have to pull from my investigation deck, okay? Yeah. Potential business rivals are afraid of you. They will never say it. They are actually inspired by you. You are a trendsetter, love. Be you. Okay, and this is part of the problem. You see, how can you be a trendsetter when some people won't actually allow you to just be yourself respectfully? Control mechanisms, much. When it comes to being an enigma, you see, it's hard to profile certain people respectfully. Yes, budding star, first blush, bursting out onto the scene. Some people think that other people aren't able to have new beginnings in life, okay? Because it's an ageist mentality at the end of the day. Some of us are late bloomers for certain reasons, you see. Sometimes it's got to do with people who deliberately hurt us respectfully. No, blows up in your face, explosive combo, broken. And this is what people think, okay? And it's often the people who think that others are broken who are the ones who are actually in that mentality, okay? Somebody has an issue with how dark my eyes are on screen at the moment, okay? I'm still a human, I'm still Rowan, I'm still Irish Alchemy. It's just the nature of the line I'm sitting in and the fact I'm wearing contacts respectfully. No dark entities here, okay? You know, and if you think there are, maybe it's just not today. It's a good investment getting paid, saving up. Somebody doesn't want somebody else to be considered a good investment, okay? And it's because of how they chose to play. Don't risk it all on this, it's a losing proposition. I literally just said play and dice came out, alright? Trust me, gamer in the upright for a long time, okay? And it's been a long time until I've had the bravery to call out certain behaviours, alright? And then it's because people do this deliberately. And this is why I'm willing to use my voice. Because this is my level of advocacy, okay? And anybody who has an issue with that, in your own lane, stay. Split of the deck healer in the upright, okay? And I'm being told to say, there are dark healers who can do good things, okay? Some of us are liminal people at the end of the day. You know, and when it comes to being liminal, okay, it doesn't mean that we dip into our shadow easily. It doesn't mean that we get paid to do dark things. It just means that some of us can see the dark things and we can counteract the dark things. We can redirect the dark things. We can have wonderful conversations and sit down chats with the dark things, okay? Apparently we're good company in many capacities. And you know, if you're going to try and make somebody feel like they have nobody in the world respectfully, it's jealousy. So, why are we going back to this, okay? Because it was from Red Rover, we call the ancestors over. Z and X. And person. I'm getting XYZ person. Somebody's getting X'd out of a situation because somebody has now gotten to the point where there's a narcissist board because it's no longer fun and somebody doesn't believe that somebody is a real person. Why is it that they don't believe that somebody is a real person, okay? Biases apparently at the end of the day. 6 in reverse or 9 in the upright, okay? So when it's 6 in reverse, it's somebody else is not going to have success, and 9 in the upright is independence in this capacity. There's a coven on the fence, okay? Because not all covens are bad at the end of the day. And not all cult-like structures, you know, terminology can be quite damaging, okay? I don't like to vilify, except for there are categories that do need to be addressed in a certain way, because you have to be conscious of what other people do when you drill down a bit further, okay? But yeah, there's a lot of people with a lot of opinions, okay? Tracks in the upright though. So why is it that tracks are in the upright? Yeah, somebody's gonna have to deal with the fact that they're gonna have to just open their pockets apparently and deal with the ramifications of the slander and the smear campaign respectfully, because there is no truth in it, alright? But there are digital tracks to back up the fact that this was a digital, spiritual, physical, three-dimensional fight. As above, so below can happen in certain circumstances, you see. Please be kind. RNS, respectfully. So why is it RNS, okay? Or S, and when I just tapped the deck, reality just flipped out, alright? So yes, there is a real setup. There's a setup that is real, okay? Apparently this is a follow-on from the business center one, alright? Apparently there's, yeah, the letter B is in the next and bribe, okay. So why is it this is Red Rover, we call the ancestors over, where it was pharmaceutical money being shuffled into antiques and the fashion industry with some star signs in reverse and false people and mobile numbers respectfully. Percentage in reverse and divide apparently. Somebody promised more than was being delivered to the third party, and the third party is somebody with connections to underworld organizations who don't play when it comes to being effed over, when it comes to certain narratives. Deception at play. I'm going to the Kipper deck, one sec. Why is it that we're following on from this one, you see? Diabolical behaviours, respectfully. Somebody doesn't know how I'm able to do this, okay? I used to work with business centres back in the day. You'd be amazed what harnessing all of your past, present and future circumstances and aligning with your spirituality can do at the end of the day. Especially when other people don't want you to have autonomy in any kind of way. Let's work with the Kipper deck, okay? So why is it that it's a follow-on from the other one? Mother doesn't know best. Pathway in reverse, okay? So somebody's pathway is being blocked because the apparently there's alphabet letters of an international organization level at play. I'm just going to say it rhymes with at the end of the day. Yeah. So why is it that that's an issue, you see? Apparently somebody is feeling inspired by the level of integrity. Because yeah, the mature woman we talked about yesterday is still in reverse, okay? And the nature of what's being discussed and disclosed publicly is showing that some people have less to be concerned about at the end of the day. When it comes to certain people, okay? And apparently it's a minority, unfortunately, in that there's not enough people who are doing this type of work for the right side of just life in general, respectfully. House in reverse, okay? So there's this is what I don't like. So this has got to do with a house in the LGBT community, okay? There's a house which is in reverse, which is connected to those industries. For confirmation, apparently. Contract in reverse. And S apparently. SI. And IS. Thief. Why is it IS and thief and contract? There's a house which is associated with the oldest traditional job in the book. Let's just leave it at that, shall we? I'm still learning what languages I can speak on and do comfortably, because there's certain things that I am careful of when it comes to speaking publicly, but also I try not to be disrespectful, okay? Certain industries are industries and they're valid work at the end of the day, but this one is in reverse because it's not aligned, okay? And there's the use of the pharmaceuticals in order to take advantage of people. Yeah, and they deal with high-end people in other industries, okay? Partly I'm getting tens across the board for this in relation to spirituality, and yeah, apparently the House of Alchemy is in the upright for somebody. X. There's an X involved with somebody, okay, who is in the entertainment industry who is not okay. This person is involved with the house that's in trouble. The type of diamonds they work with were the rocks of the wrong kind, respectfully, and it's going to cause a foundational rubble. Somebody feels like there's a telescope, okay, and that's because there's monitoring happening. Hubble was what was coming to me, which brought me to telescope respectfully. May and hashtag. I'm being told may the hashtags be in the upright apparently. Go back to the double standards diabolical deck, one sec. So why is it Red Rover, Red Rover? We call the ancestors over. The amount of white people who don't understand neurodiversity, LGBT community, people who are at risk, and people who are taken advantage of in industry. Journal, paint, craft and sing. Lift your soul. Give your own bell a ring. Ding ding. There's a performer who is in trouble. Okay? May they find their way. May they find their way. And it's nothing got to do with me at the end of the day. Protect your pockets and your peace, your money pouches, your discernment, please. Somebody did a snatch and grab with somebody else's funds, okay? This was a relationship that broke down at the end of the day. A false deceiver is smiling in your face. Clock their moves and keep a strong poker face. This person has a strong poker face, okay, but they think that they're cleverer than they are, and they try to discard somebody so their efforts wouldn't bear fruit in a way, and they want it to be a futile exercise because it's reputations of a high nature at play. Calling all lost and found, get back into alignment, flip your perspective around, and for God's sake, ground. Somebody's feeling very untethered, okay? This is an earth sign energy, and this is what happens when you put money over people, okay? It's all about the bling with them. Don't trust these trifling men. Figure out who has got your back. Not all men, but too many, we know that. And here's the thing, okay? This one actually isn't a man. It's a they. I am that be. I'll be that person, okay? Where I will call out other non-binary people who aren't on the right side of the wheel and will treat other people terribly, okay? The math ain't mathin' with how many holes in this person's lies are seen. You don't have to be a human lie detector when those patterns are seen. There's somebody whose patterns have become understandably loud, you see. Apparently they have a temper, and you know it's being shown in the creativity. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Someone's trying to get you to be mean. You aren't that kind of professional. Toxic, fragile masculinity, no thank you please. This is part of the thing, okay? Non-binary people can exhibit toxic feminine or masculine energy, okay? It's a lot got to do with how you've been treated and how you choose to protect yourself at the end of the day. Therapy can do a lot, okay? Ding dong, the witch is dead. Silent treatment, I said what I said. We wish them progress is true, but we aren't obliged to hold space for them too. Somebody is having an issue with that too. Somebody still has wounds, and it's substantial wounds that they need to actually go be in a clinic with it, okay? Oh, what a tangled web they weave. Their loom is beyond repair, unfortunately. Old tricks don't work on you. You force the opposition to upskill too. This is part of the issue, okay? Some people who have bigger platforms, access and supports are losing, and they don't like it, okay? No, starve for attention, empty promise, voided. Somebody voided a soul contract, okay? And they are being an energetic vampire that's being starved out of a significant source energy, which was a source that actually loved them, alright? This person did the most to be in the upright. And this is, you know, this is the unfortunate thing, okay? Some men aren't abusers, some men are victims as well, okay? I know it, and this is a situation in this situation, okay? No frills, wait for more, plain to see, it won't work. Yeah, somebody is realizing that their romance story of, you know, I'm trying to get a relevant social structure that's not going to be too close to the money. One moment, please. Thelma and Louise. Genders, whatever, think of it you may be about two people and a car trip of spirituality and progress and works and industry. You have the answers, opening doors, access. Okay, so yeah, but somebody else is feeling blocked, okay? But then again, this person has, you know, their own work to do at the end of the day. Some people engage with others all right, you know, it just happens. Sometimes that's just the way it is, all right? Someone feels defeated by you. You're stronger than these alleged slights that they tried to be dramatic childhood wounds. There's a lot of childhood wounds going on, okay? And this is, again, going back to the fact that this is industries taking advantage of minority people who are creatives respectfully. Sweet satisfaction, good taste, savouring it. I don't think people understand, okay? I have a very big heart, but I'm no fool at the end of the day. I mean, I'm a fool in certain ways, okay? Apparently I need to show more respect for my own finances, okay? It's hard though, especially when other people don't want me to have them in any capacity, okay? Yeah, message in reverse, alright? Some people have been deliberately hiding messages and not communicating so that they can hold on to things that they, you know, don't want to let go of, alright? Again, heavy earth energy trying to hold on to money. There's a Queen of Pentacles in reverse who has been for a long time but isn't willing to accept it respectfully. Yeah, because Lover's in reverse apparently. And what happens is when certain things break down, okay, some people will hold on to the money as a last way to force engagement, alright? Toxic patterns and relationship dynamics, okay? This is why some of us walk away. So there's a mature man and unexpected income in reverse for some people, okay? And this is part of the issue. They try to force this to be the situation for other people, okay? Which means that there's going to be an emperor of a judicial level who's going to get involved in this, okay? Because it is actually systemic at this point, okay? Pathway in the upright, okay? Yeah, this is a system going down behind the scenes. This is a criminal system. It's more than one org. It's actually a network of a substantial nature. Shout out to people in suits and sunglasses, okay? Main feeling ill and poverty, okay? At least I'm a real one at the end of the day. And if you don't, that's okay. I've nothing to prove at the end of the day. You know, each day I wake and breathe, I'm okay. There's been a lot that I've experienced in my life, you see, where gratitude can do a lot for you and connection to your spirit team respectfully. Change in thoughts, okay? Somebody's in their thoughts about it because some other people didn't like that. Somebody's going to get put away. Somebody's getting put away. And it's somebody, there's a community in reverse, okay? And there's a marriage in reverse, and there's a mature woman in reverse. The main female fell to the ground, okay? And yes, sometimes the main female can be non-binary as well, alright? I've got high ringing in the right ear. Whoever's trying to do bibliomancy in reverse with prayers in order to condemn certain members of my community, cut it out respectfully. Some of us are on the right side of certain paths, okay? And some of us have the faith that is needed to stay away from those things. But for confirmation, apparently. Single-minded natures don't help when it comes to multi-faiths and multi-pantheons and deities, respectfully. Come on now. Healer just fell to the floor, okay? Somebody doesn't like that. There's healing in that, okay? But it's true. Fauna in the upright, okay? Apparently somebody is a former abuser who is still an abuser who's trying to pretend that they aren't a loser is going to be fawning in a way that's going to try and make them be more creditable. Think Russell on his knees, being Christianized and baptized. Pile of feces, if you ask me. That one's a trash can human, respectfully. So there's a box. What's it with the box? There's a box and a pen, okay? There's a box and a pen which somebody has tried to set up a situation where somebody else is not going to be okay. Row, row, row your boat away from tragedy. These people don't like your grind. Drink some coffee or tea with deity. Somebody has an issue with the fact that the healer isn't a stealer. And apparently is the right kind of card dealer. Someone's trying to penetrate your privacy. Check your network details and consider a VPN or non-standard IP range if you need to change browser potentially. Okay, so yes, there has been hackers in this situation, okay? There often is at the end of the day. Then again, some of them aren't bad, okay? Some of them are working with industries and organizations that are actually getting these people, respectfully. So this one's, nerds, and there's travel gonna happen, okay? So some of these organizations are in the EU, alright, and there is a wolf in the upright, as in a wolf hell calling out the bullshit, okay? And this one is a woman or a femme-presenting person, depending on how you feel about it, okay? Science and lore in the upright, okay? Sorry, science and love at the end of the day. Well, you can love the lore too, okay? You know, and if you have a scientific mind when you're dealing with that, that can help, okay? Flame in reverse, okay? There's a flame in reverse, which is somebody tried to cook up something that's not okay. There's a creature indicated on the card on the floor at the end of the day. I'm not picking it up, okay? Because somebody has an issue with the fact that I have certain creatures in certain decks, but then again, they don't own these creatures or the names of them, okay? They can utilize them in, you know, certain trademarks at the end of the day. Book in the upright, okay? What's going on with the book in the upright? Somebody didn't think that somebody else was up to the fight. Somebody else lied and said somebody wasn't in the upright. And somebody else exaggerated previous behaviours in order to hold the purse strings tight. Judgmental people are doing the most. You aren't a host to a devilish ghost. Drink your water and give your spirit team a toast. This is exhausting, okay? This type of work isn't easy. I know that, okay? I think that when people see certain things happen with readers, alright, they think that it's, you know, just simple readings. There's a reason why I sit and review a lot of different content from different facets, okay? Multifaceted thinking at the end of the day. And I'm doing it while I recover because my energy levels are low. But I've also trained the algorithm so certain things will come to me. A new voyage comes to you. Make sure you pack light and have travel insurance too. There's travel insurance that somebody had, okay, which means that this is linked to the network that is dodgy at the end of the day. Apparently there was a group booking made. It's one of the newer banking organisational apps at play. And it's backed up by Bitcoin on the dark website, okay? In the upright, okay? Which means that the money tracks on this one is in the upright because it's going to lead back to the dodgy dealings. Air in the upright, okay? Somebody doesn't like that. I'm getting the song lyrics, every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. Be careful who you're watching you see. Sometimes the stalkers don't realise they're being watched themselves, respectfully. P and letter, okay? Somebody tried to set up a personal insurance letter to look like it was done in a way that would give somebody else the ownership of the policy should this person pass away. 23 in the upright, okay? Which means that the DNA doesn't match, and it means that this person doesn't have the authority and they aren't an next of kin and they aren't listed authentically. If you dig past the letters that were presented which were doctored, okay, it means that this person isn't actually the beneficiary of this insurance policy, respectfully. Tyrion 3. Why is it Tyrion 3? One sec. UK in reverse, alright? So somebody is in the UK in relation to this, and science in the upright. Somebody forced somebody else to have medical testing done in a way that would actually create evidence that other people could use to pervert at the end of the day. Service in the upright, okay? When you try to misuse the medical field, some of them will actually hold accountability at the end of the day. Waste in reverse, okay? Somebody did something dodgy with medical waste that should have been handled in an appropriate way. Somebody's going to go to prison with that one, okay? Because it was a game that they paid to play. And you'd be surprised what exerting your autonomy can do when it comes to medical infrastructures, okay? And I'm not cooking that up, alright? But somebody tried to cook the books in relation to abusing this industry. And it was somebody with connections to the music industry. And it was a network, okay? They don't want the wheel turning in the upright for the right side, okay? I'm being told to split the Kuiper. Main male. There's a main male involved, okay? Is this main male on the right side? One sec. Someone is full of false promises. They want to treat you like a takeaway. Honey, you are the whole ass banquet. Remember that, okay? If somebody doesn't know how valuable you might be, and they try to publicly shame you deliberately, the kindest thing you can do is walk away. Especially if you're part of the LGBT at the end of the day. Some of these people want you to read them for filth, see. Makes them feel relevant, respectfully. Your bully says, I am rubber, you are glue. Elastic snap, I choose to be glue. Hell, it's Kinsaguri golden wisdom shining through. Which means that there is a couple of different nationalities involved in this case, okay? This is a global network of a nefarious nature in this way. Someone is deep in lust, but this person do you trust? If they aren't your person, it's true. Their feelings aren't yours to deal with unless you choose to. Somebody who is a high-level person of a bad nature, you see, is used to getting what they want when it comes to femininity. And they don't like when people say no, and this person has certain tendencies which have an unaliving context, okay? That kind. Players playing games with you, you aren't a puppet on a string. Cut those cords and reclaim that power that belongs to you. Yeah, somebody doesn't like that. Somebody belongs to the LGBTQ network, you see. I'm being told, stick that in your pipe and smoke it respectfully. Someone's on the bench, it's true, but they played dirty and got a timeout. That's true, but then again, do they deserve access to you? Abuse in reverse, okay? So there's somebody in the upright who's watching this situation and making sure it's going to be okay, and somebody is looking after some of the creatives who have been used in this way. You know, even the ones that have signed dodgy paperwork are actually being coached by people who are using old tricks in order to force younger creatives into long-term situations where they can benefit, okay? Because they are now losing stabilization of networks that were older because of exposure at the end of the day. Someone tried to get you in trouble with the law. They wanted to reverse victim offender. They just feel salty and raw. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Might check with your spirit team. Watch out for the signs and synchronicities. They are protecting your precious memories. I think it's utterly ridiculous, okay, that some people think that they get away with this in a way which blocks other people from being able to do this, okay? Apparently somebody who is a geek needs to be cut off, okay? And intelligence is at play. And evidence, okay? And NDA. So why is it that this geek needs to be cut off, okay? This is an international geek, alright? This isn't somebody in a local capacity to me in my jurisdiction, apparently. I'm being told Western Hemisphere, respectfully, with influence in Asia, unfortunately. Someone is being a silly goose, but they let their tongue run loose. It's because they want what they cannot have. Stay out of the drama, focus on your own bag. Why is it focus on your own bag, you see? Being nudged to go back to the yes-no deck for a moment, please. Cut short, uphill battle, fighting for a lost cause. Somebody is realising that somebody else has tried to emotionally manipulate them into fighting for them once more because of the toxic connection. These people forgot how to be individuals, okay? They got forced into trauma bonds by other people in a way that would mean that they could be puppeteered at the end of the day. It's not okay to treat people this way. No, in the formative stage, immature, being hungry. Somebody is, again, going back to the vampiric tendencies, somebody's lost source access to a high level energy. And this person is in despair, apparently. Cracks in your facade, unsupported, drying up. I said what I said, okay? Somebody's lost access to somebody who was a good person, apparently. Yes, it's going swimmingly, off the hook, in the flow. And yes, there's a reason why I talk in rhyme. If you know, you know. Yes, fitting all the into place, coming together united, you see. Not all puzzle pieces are bad, respectfully, but some of them need more work, apparently. But when it comes to jigsaws that are 500, 1,000, 2,000 or more, or a Rubik's Cube, you see, some of us are puzzles that are put together in an interlocking pattern which are very old, respectfully, and are very hard to get in a board game capacity anymore, respectfully. Trust your feelings, fulfill your heart's desire. Somebody is feeling like they're stuck in a quagmire. But then again, this person wanted everybody else in the mud, you see, because they were hiding the fact that they were the one with the dodgy dealings behind the scenes. And it's blowing up in their face, okay? Somebody is now desperately running to their offshore accounts in different names in order to try and find a way to jump jurisdictions. They're trying to activate a secondary network, okay? The layers within the layers within the layers. Wake up to no longer serves you. Your path, please. You deserve more happiness. Protect your peace with ease. This is part of the problem, okay? People who often try to sabotage other people have a lot to lose at the end of the day. And some of us, are underestimated in many ways. And some of us just want to do the right thing so that people can be okay. And some of us deserve more credit than we're given at the end of the day. Going back to the Kipper deck, one sec. What's happening? The business centre's in the upright, okay? They didn't know what was happening with these accounts, respectfully, and it's actually a wire contract. It's a group contract with a specific brand name in this industry. Judicial in reverse for the moment, apparently, but the judicial system's going to find this in the upright, and somebody doesn't like that, respectfully. Which is a message of concern, okay? Marriage in reverse, they're going to try and blame it on a divorcee, apparently, in some way. Somebody tried to shuffle the darkest of the businesses through the divorce papers, apparently. Shady. Change in the upright community in reverse, okay? This is a scandal. This is an absolute scandal. Somebody kept an apartment of a high-end nature in the US in order to house their mistress. Lovers in courtroom, okay? But this person was actually involved in it and did it for the reasons that they knew was at play, and that means that this is finished at the end of the day. They're going to try and weave a story where they actually were a victim, alright, but they weren't. They were a co-conspirator in the upright. Yeah, and NDA, factory and evidence, okay? I believe because this is in relation to the fashion industry as well, there's evidence from the factory which shows that they are actually part of the problem. The intelligence is going to show that this person is not afraid to waste human lives in a way that's going to protect their own reputations at the end of the day. It's not okay. Rent in reverse, you see. Somebody's no longer renting a facility which they used to. They've moved their operations to a different part of the globe in order to hide the actions. Detroit is coming to me. Passing and soul. A soul passed in Detroit connected to this case, okay? Which was one of the exposed networks, which they are now trying to lean back on an older network in order to activate it in a way. It's a bit dicey at the end of the day. I believe there's already a plant in that network. I'm going to be quiet. There's nothing more on that one I can say. But I'm being told that the message is hidden, but there's a barcode at play. Crow in the upright, okay? And wheel in the upright. Be careful with crows, okay? Some of us are very quiet until we need to speak at the end of the day. Plan in the upright, okay? Why is it that the crow and the wheel in the upright is okay? Read woman in green. Somebody's now realizing that somebody else has the ability to see more than other people want them to, but it's being confirmed by multiple investigators, apparently private and in certain jurisdictions, that certain people actually just have good intentions, respectfully. And apparently we need to ask that this person gets given some kind of supports and protection, respectfully. Cook in the upright, okay? Why is it cook in the upright? Trauma. And group. But when it comes to cook in the upright and trauma and group, you see, some of us do as much as we can independently and we access as many services as we can, okay? And some other people try to block us and cause delays because they're afraid of what we can do at the end of the day. And some of us don't even have our own services set up in order to accept payments yet, okay? Sept in reverse. The name Septimus is coming to me. One in reverse, okay? That is a code name that somebody uses in this network, okay? Somebody is considered a prime in their field, which is a bad one, okay? And they don't want to be exposed. They want to remain hidden. Why is it that they don't want to be... Who is this Septimus? Ancestors, deities, spirit guides, you see, can we give me some information on this Septimus, please? Septimus is a man in Detroit connected, okay? Somebody who is a cleaner of the bad kind at the end of the day. Somebody is connected to him that's already been put away. This person on the inside is actually a credible witness who has done the work, okay? So it means that they can actually be used as a resource in order to find this person, okay? Because they will accept the less than time that will come with it at the end of the day. Septimus betrayed this person already, alright? Apparently there's a camera in the upright to prove that. And June. What June? June to October of 2023, apparently. It's got to do with waves. Somebody has made waves in relation to substances in the music industry. And threads, apparently. This is R&B. So sorry. Again, don't want to call out certain genres, okay? But apparently this is part of the issue at play. 4455 on the timer, okay? But right's in the upright, okay? I am still working class at the end of the day, and I respect all music industries, and rock was founded by black people, okay? Eco in the upright on that, okay? I also like bluegrass at the end of the day, and love me a bit of Macy Gray, and love me a bit of Nina Simone. And yeah, if anybody thinks that I am racist when I'm talking about this, poke my horn. I'm leaving it at that, okay? This is tiring work, and I've got a headache, and I need to get some rest. Ancestors, deities, spirit guides, to see what we're calling this, as it is a follow-up to Mother Doesn't Know Best. The Emperor's New Threads, apparently. Sloan.